Hello again, Elite Gamers. Welcome to Vortex Elite Gaming Channel. Abe here with you. I have recently transitioned here to kind of the green skill in terms of harvesting. So we're going to go and look at, oh yeah, I meant to change my gathering out because I want to go and do a run through. This will be a first blush run through what I call post-patch. So what I'm doing here is I'm changing out my fishing pole for gray. So in case I lose it, I'm losing the gray one. I haven't figured out a way to just take that off. Oh, there's the tool. Okay. So if I regular click it, it goes to this tool belt. There we go. So I can actually take these completely off. So that I don't even have anything like that equipped. Make sure that I have a axe equipped and the gloves, because I'm going to be going into I know I'm going to be going into an adventure that it's going to require to harvest the node. I'm going to have these equipped. So I don't think I'm going to need much more food than that, but I could be wrong. So I'm carrying an extra health potion, which should be enough to cover everything. And that leaves me with basically seven loot spots open. I'm kind of hesitant. I might want a little bit more protection, right? So maybe carry an extra food just in case. We don't know what we're going to be up against here. This is a fresh dungeon for me since the patch, so we'll see what's what. I could, if I wanted to, if I was really concerned about these things, like they were more like blue or purple items costing tens of thousands of gold to replace, you know, I might be a little bit more trepidatious, but Trayl Woods run through. This is a virgin run for me. I've never done it, so you're with me on this run. We're on this adventure together. We'll just kind of take it slow and easy. A little bit dark. Gamma's a little bit deep for this one. There's a rune wolf. So you may see a ghostling takes 2 regular hits, so might as well power shot it, make sure it dies. And 107. If I hit it at 108, it would probably die. But the first shot was a 108, right? You guys drop this guy. I usually switch to melee here, so. And take a little bit of damage there, but not too much, maybe 100. Don't want to do that too often though, right? So. Holding shift there, but you'll have to adjust it for yourself and what you think is right. Oh. Definitely more successful switching to melee on those little creepers because they're just so hard to, it's like the power shot arrows are missing them, right? Because their hitboxes are so small. So definitely recommend switching to melee on those little guys. Oop. And that guy's a hard hitter too. Oh, look at that. Bunch of ghosts. Come from a master ghost. Okay. That's why they're called ghostlings versus a lich crown. Okay. What are you gonna do to me? Okay. He was kind of had a long delay there between casts. Didn't really seem to have any kind of point targeting ability to hit me directly. And just spawned a bunch more of these little ghostlings a couple of times. We'll see what they end up doing. Kite to me. They follow me. No, just spawns the ghostlings. So I kind of have to kite to him. Okay, there's another little, I think that's a crossbow guy coming at me. Yeah, you gotta kill them right away. 45 XP. Now I noticed that the XP is kind of slated toward the monster difficulty. So just because you're in, like, we're in Trayl Woods, which is a level 3 difficulty, right? But that skeleton I just killed was only worth 6 XP, and that ghostling, which is really easy to kill, is only worth 5. But that guy's worth 11, and this witch crown is worth even more. So, it's interesting to see the way the developer has intended this to scale certain ways. Trying to conserve a little bit of energy there. So that's how you do that group of mobs without taking too much damage. Full show. That was pretty elite right there. Just remember to posture check, you know, regenerating some energy, so roll that shoulder around a little bit, roll your head around, massage your neck, loosen up a little bit, check your posture, make sure you're sitting upright. You get back to it. Here's another little pause, you know, just, do you have enough water? Does your water taste good? If it doesn't taste good, add some lemon juice to it, just a little bit. Add some apple cider vinegar, just a little capful apple cider vinegar to your water. Freshen it up a little bit. Give you that super antiviral resistance that you need in today's meta. 3 good power strikes to that group, no damage taken. You have to strike and move, so there's that. I got a little bit of damage there, but not too much. What was that, 60 or something? That's not too bad compared to some of the damage they can do to you. Not my favorite mob to fiddle with, though. For sure. Those guys hit for almost 50. That hurts. I want to avoid that. Okay, remember it's split, and we're kind of at the point where we've gone to about three levels, or no, not quite, because this pathway, I guess, doesn't really count as one. So let's check the edges of this guy. One deep to make sure. Otherwise, it's probably this is the main path. Probably the main path. So let's backtrack to that split, and we've got a key, so we can open one chest if we find one over there. Maybe there'll be a mob with another key also. And I've noticed some mobs kind of sticking back into these corners, and as well as crafting nodes, or gathering nodes I should say. So be sure to kind of make sure you do a good check of the edges, so you capture all of the loot that you can possibly grab on your run through. I saw that bee there, so let's go and try and kill him. Left clicking power shot, 2 power shots and he's dead. So if you can get a jump on him, that's good. Necro Knight, that's a DPS guy. Had to fight because of the walls. Maneuver, more power shots, good to go. And then once you clear the area, then you're safe to gather. Don't get engaged on one of these nodes when there's monsters running around you, because it takes like, I don't know, a good 2 seconds to come off the node, stop gathering, come off the node. You won't ruin the potential gather, you won't spoil it or anything by stopping in the middle of gathering, but it does delay your response in terms of getting to appropriate initiative on the monsters that might be aggressing you. Sometimes you'll get monsters aggress you from, you know, off screen, where it doesn't normally show you, or you can't see the monster, but the monster hears you starting to hit the node, and so they'll come aggress you. If you don't get off that node right away, you can end up suffering. So, you know, just always, it's a good habit, a good tip, to clear the node clear the area before you harvest a gathering node. Pulled a noxious death cap there, but see, it's so common they're only worth 13 gold, so probably one of the more common green items to drop in these areas. But as you saw, here's the split. So this is the entrance, right? Came through here. This is the split. I traveled up here, said, oh, it's continuing on too far, because it went beyond 2 rooms. This would be room 1, this would be room 2 up here, and then I saw it going on into room 3. So by room 3 it should be the loot room, you see, on this split. And this is the way it is. Sometimes a split like this in the middle of the dungeon can also just be the end. But, and we did pick up another key, also like I suggested. Usually that's the format that you see. And so when you do see a split, just remember, as elite gamers, we want to try and maximize the use of our time. You don't want to have to be running back through all of this stuff for, you know, basically double time just to get the loot. Because if you go, I mean, yeah, you have the option at the end, like if you just push through the end, right? You have the option just quitting right there if you want. But if I'm in the dungeon, I figure I should use my time to loot, right? I should use that, the time that I committed to completing the dungeon, to loot it as efficiently as possible. And that means exploring all of the side routes, when I know that the side routes, when they do split, it's not that deep. So, you know, running all the way back through the maze to run all the way back through it again to get to the exit, I don't think is as efficient as going up far enough to see, okay, am I at the point where I should be seeing a treasure room, or should I go back and explore the other route? I think is more efficient than basically rerunning the whole chain twice. Right? But I guess you could do it that way. Maybe on some level it's more efficient. But I'm not sure how it would be unless you were macro running something or something. You know. Hi! We got 2 bees chasing us here, so I switched to my melee. Still took some good damage there, but and I'm just terrible with the axe. Took some pretty good damage there, so we'll eat up a little bit. I don't like getting below 1,000, so I try to keep 1,000 as kind of my safety. And when I can, I re-up. There's another split here. do like the way the arrows clear the edges now, the corners of these bushes. It's a little bit more realistic, what you expect. I mean, it should be, I'm shooting an arrow, it should go through the bushes a little bit. At least if it was an elite game, and this is one of those games I consider kind of elite. Market works, the graphics work, the patching works. You know, he doesn't break things when he patches it. Oh my gosh. How many times have we seen developers that just... It's almost like they don't even know their own code. They start breaking stuff because the community's crying somewhere. Okay, so he tries to do a melee attack when I get too close to him, so... But he's a little delayed. Oh! Look at that, 128 crit on me. Ow. Eat another... Well, eat another ham on his behalf. Which just goes to show you that it's even more critical that you stay away from getting this extra damage from things that you can avoid like that. If you know the monster, just take some extra time. Nightwood logs, nice. 99 gold unit. Off of a gathered resource, so that's only possible if you grind up your lumberjack skill, right? Double tap that wizard in the head. Let the energy regen a little bit. Take a sip of water. Good old lemon water. You don't need that freaking Mountain Dew, dude. If you're still drinking soda pop, you better put that shit away before it rots your teeth. And then rots your gut. See how that fly stopped for a moment and did a little butt jab at me? That's your chance to jump in on the second hit. If you will get the first hit, right? Then we gotta jump that little bug again. This guy's pretty easy to avoid. Just you know, hit him and then move and then hit him again. These are pretty linear takedowns. Again, we're at a split, so we're checking to see how deep this goes. Okay, notice I had a poison guy drop, so I'm going to get a little bit further out before I actually engage these little bat creatures. No hits. Okay. That was good. Oh. I got poison spitter. Go ahead and range him. Where are those little bat creatures now? I think those are them right there. Got most of them. So I just kind of, I didn't want to swap the weapon anyway, so I just took a chance and took him out. Because it wasn't the whole group of them. You know, when it's the whole group of them, you want to go ahead and take them out as fast as possible. Like that. I'm noticing, like, she didn't even get to cast her spell. I was able to tear her down so fast. So, definitely would approach those skeleton magi with haste. Versus this scenario where I'm going to have to super outrun all these guys. So I can get the proper whack on them. Get the proper whack-a-mole. Oh, I noticed they leashed, huh? They leashed. If I ran too far away from the spawn point, they leashed. So that's kind of cool. A little bit of damage, not too bad. Oh, we still got one more. Ha! Oh. Alright, still a little bit more creepy crawlies before we loot everything. 75 go. Still got a key, so picked up another key on this route, on this leg. Now on that side run, we see this one room off of the split, and then the treasure room. So by 2 rooms, you should see something normally. Low energy. Stand up, stretch. It's okay. Make sure you go refill that water real quick. Oh man, smash the like button. Make a comment. Tell me how cool my commentary is and how you like it and you want to see me do more. Tell me what game you want me to review. How about that? Put that in the comments. While you're down there in the comments, just go ahead and click that subscribe button. It's just one of those features, you know. Trying to build a YouTube channel, trying to build a rapport with your community. It's one of those ways that you can help out. Oh, this is exciting, isn't it? I kind of ran into a little bit of trouble there, as you saw. See if I can rid any more real quick. Almost. We almost got it done. There's some more. Switch to ranged. Poison gone. Skeleton gone. Woo! Doors open. Now that was exciting. That's how fast things can change in this game, though. Put you on edge. It's a little bit of an adrenaline rush when you have advanced mobs doing different things to you, you know. But thankfully, there's a certain level of kiting that's available. So you can mitigate some of those more crazy periods. this thing gonna explode on me? I forget what it does. I think it explodes fire all over me. So I really want to be away from it as well as possible. But it looks like I'm also kind of going about the same speed, huh? So I better eat some meat just in case I take a lot of damage when I try to engage these guys. So now I'm above 1,000, so I should be able to do whatever I need to tear these guys apart, right? So let's see if I can get this guy to try and strike at me. Oh, boom! Yeah, look at that. Okay, kind of just that was lovely. Whew, 130 crit. So like, you don't want to stand still when you're getting chased by that bug. But I don't know if you guys noticed that, but basically I ran right next to the firebug, point blank, and that tripped his detonation, which then, because it was trap detonated on me, it tripped any fire trap or anything that gets detonated on you will also damage monsters. So while it has the potential of damaging you, it also has the potential of damaging monsters. If a trap is just running like a spike trap, right, it's only going to trip if you go over it. Now, after you trip that trap, if a monster goes over it, they'll take damage. But before then, the monsters won't take damage because they're not going to trip their own trap, right? That makes sense. So you can get monsters to take damage from monster traps if you trip it first. Then any AoE damage or what have you will be seen by the monsters as well if they're caught on the AoE. Which is fair, in my opinion. I like the way he did that. He resolved a realism aspect and added a tactical aspect in terms of, you know, is it tactically advantageous for me to blow that fireball up while I have another monster at full strength chasing me, because then I basically turn the monster damage that would normally be hitting me into an offensive weapon to take down the other mob. So that was a really good example of elite gaming tactics right there, available in this game. Oh, I almost went to gather that and then I saw the mob running after me, so definitely wanted to stop that and then explore a little bit past the node and you should be good to gather it. A little split here. We'll go check this, what appears to be the quick path first. Definitely worth just hammering those ghost mages right away. They take 3 volleys from a green bow. And plus one single shot. Well, that was kind of cool. Because I paused, he attacked me, and then I could kind of do the same thing to that bug that I just did to that snake. But only if there is one group mobs running after your butt. If you got more than that, you have to be careful. Because they may use their combined arms tactics and gang up on you to your detriment. So careful. Whoa. Stay too long. Go ahead and eat another ham just in case. Oh, see? I didn't even see him. He was so dark. Plus my map overlays on my adventure panel, but it's the way I prefer it. It's a little bit bigger map, and I keep my eyes are all in this area, so I'm not jumping down here. So you could put the map down here if you wanted, but you don't have as much space, so I prefer it up here on the main overlay. Be nice to get some gathering. I think we've only gotten one success on the gathers. Right at 1,000, but I feel like I'm getting the end. You know, I've already hit 2 treasure chests. I have 1 key left. That's probably most likely at the end of the dungeon anyway. So probably within 5 or 6 rooms, I'll probably be at the end of the dungeon. So I'm not really anxious to use up food in order for safety. I still have my quick foods. If I really get into stress, I can quick pop a potion by pressing that 6 or 7. So I'm not going to go Rambo style, of course, but I don't have to be super careful. Of course, that's right when 10 frickin' monsters attack you all at once. And you're like, oh man, did I just record that failure? That'd be okay. I'd get some thumbs down then, probably. Right. That was fun, right? A little bit of action at the end. So I said 6 rooms, right, from this point. So 1, 2, 3. It's just my prediction. I don't know what it's going to be. It's my feeling, right? I have a feeling behind it. I could kite these guys all the way out, but it's a little bit long to do that. Probably not necessary. Still on room 3, still gotta harvest it. Now see, that one heard me from across the room. Right? Ooh, what was that? Not nightwood log, right. Nightwood logs used in crafting, I believe that's kind of one of those situations where you're like, do I eat a potion or do I eat some food? Why don't you go ahead and eat a potion there, buddy? Oh, he just took a swing at me. And that was my cue. Is there a monster down here? Yeah. So, I kind of ate that potion as an emergency, just in case, because, like, I was literally a couple hits from dying right there, but you know, use your discretion if you don't want to. I would rather be safe and just, you know, go for it than try to be like, oh, I don't want to use it, and then end up dying. Because that's just stupidity, right? I'd rather have that cushion so I can be a little bit more brave when it comes down to fighting like that, you know. And be a little bit more calm. Also, when you're calm, you're making better decisions. So, and always remember you're the hero in these games. So be a hero in your Elite Gaming. Smash that like. Smash that subscribe button, please. Appreciate it. Peace out. Hope you enjoyed this run of, what was it called? Trayl Woods. That was a good run. Good run. I actually have, just as a heads up, maybe a little lead on to some of these other uploads you'll be seeing from me. This Vaults is free to play, so you can kind of go in there and do this all the time, whether you have pendant or not. I have a pendant for a couple more days, so I may jump into this blue one, which is a level 4, and I won't be able to harvest anything, but at least I'll be able to show you what Venom Desert is like. I'd like to be able to do that, so there's a little trailer tag for another episode. Stay tuned.